Hey guys, so in this video we are going to see how to create this scroll over effect where this text is fixed and we have background images that we can scroll through. So let's go back to our text editor. Alright, so here we have 3 files. First I've created a scroll over folder. Then inside this I have index.html which is empty. Then styles.css which is also empty. And then we have media in which we have different images. Now if you guys want to download these images, what you can do is go to this website pexels.com. so here you can search for anything and you can find each and every image that you want. So the images that I searched for was beach. So if you can search for beach, you can find all the images that I have used that will be present over here. Okay, so these are the where this is the place where you can download all the photos that you want for your project. Moving on, so this is what we have, and now let's start with the code. So first we'll write the boilerplate HTML code which looks like this. Okay, so now instead of document, what we'll do is we'll change this to scroll over, and now we have a CSS file over here. So what we'll do is we'll link this CSS file firstly. So we'll type link and then here we'll write style.css. okay, you can also write dot slash so that, but it is in the same hierarchical level, so you don't need dot slash, you can just write style.css because it is in the same folder. Now first we'll write the text that we had sitting at the center. So we'll create a div with a class of text. Sorry, it's div. Okay, and here we'll write lorem. Now the font that I like the most is Poppins. So we'll go to Google Fonts where we can find each and every font, and I'll write Poppins here. Okay, this is the font that we're going to use, and I think we'll use the regular one. So we'll select this. Now this part is what we have to paste in HTML, because in our HTML code in the title section, because it is a style sheet part. Okay, so we'll place it below our style sheet, and after this what we have to do is we have to go into CSS, and then for this we'll write the font family type. Okay, over here. Now moving on, what we'll do here now is this is it for this one. For this part, that will be it. Now moving forward, what we'll do is we'll go into CSS, and now first let's define a few static styles that we have. So first we'll have let's say box sizing. This is very important because you guys need to know how it works, because it's very important. So we have box sizing of border box. Now we'll select the body, and first thing that we wanted to do was, what we had to do was we had to use the font that we added. So we'll go here, we'll write font family, and let's see how you can add it. Go to here, you can see this is how you specify font family rule. So we'll just copy this instead of typing it out completely, and we'll just paste it here. Okay, that's it, that's done. And here I'll write HTML also has the same thing. Okay, complete HTML page, our complete website should have this, and let's add it a height. So it should cover the 100% width of your screen, so we'll add a height of 100%. okay, how much ever images you add, it should take up that much space, so we'll add a height of 100%. Now moving forward, what we did was we wrote a class. Here we added a class text, so we'll copy this class, and now we'll style this class. Now before styling this class, let's check out how this is working. So we'll open it in live server. So right now, if you can see, this is our text sitting at the leftmost corner, and it looks nothing like what we want it to look. Okay, so I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so that you guys can see. Now let's go back to our editor. Now let's start styling our text. The first thing that we'll do is let's get it to center, so text align center. Now what we'll do is we'll change let the color be black for now, because it is a white background and white color cannot be seen. So now let's add font size. Let's increase its font size. Let's say for let's see how much 5 rem is. Let's check it out. Yeah, 5 rem is quite big, so we'll just decrease it a little bit. Okay, our browser window is big, so we'll just reduce it. Yeah, so 5 rem is fine. Now what we'll do is we'll add a border around it. Let's add solid. Let's see 2 rem border solid, and let's add black color because it will be visible on the white screen, because we have not added images yet. Okay, so this is quite good. We'll decrease the thickness of the border, let's say 1.5. Now after we have added this border, you can see that this is taking up the entire space. We only wanted to be covered this. This is happening because we have not specified the properties that we have to yet. So now what we'll do is, now we want it at the exact center. So we'll do is position it. It'll be fixed at the place that we want. So from top it will be 50% and from left it will be 50. So let's see what it is now. Okay, so from top and left it did not happen. Let's see why. Now what we'll do is, sorry, it is 50%, not just 50, it's 50%. Okay, now let's see if it worked. Yeah, now it is not at the center, but from top it is 50% below and from left it is 50% after this. Okay, so here is a 50% line and it sits after that. So now we have to correct that. We want it at exact center, so we'll use a property called as transform, and then inside this we'll use translate. Now for this translate property, what you can do is you can use it in two ways. Translate x-axis, we'll do minus 50%, and here we'll use translate y minus 50%. So if you use this and you check it out, now it is sitting at the exact center. Okay, but you have to write translate x and y like this. Instead of this, what you can do is you'll just write translate, and inside this we'll write minus 50% comma minus 50%. So this is a CSS shorthand that you can use. Okay, you can learn about this shorthands. They are very important. Now let's add a width to our text. Let's add it a width of, let's say, 30 rem. Let's see how big it looks. Okay, so 30 rem is quite nice. Earlier it was sticking and it was not looking good. Now let's add a little bit of padding so it looks even more nice. So let's set a padding of 2 rem. Now let's see how it looks. So it's got a little bit bigger, so let's just decrease it to 1.5 rem. Okay, now it's fine. Let's decrease the thickness even more. Let's make it 1 rem. Now it looks fine. So now what is remaining is a color inside this box itself as a background for this text. So what we'll do is we'll go here and we'll add a property called as background color, and here we'll use the RGBA, that stands for red, green, blue and alpha. So it specifies the content, so we'll just write 0 here, 0 for red, 0 for green. That gives us black color. Okay, and for alpha, that means the opacity, we'll just make it 0.5. okay, let's check it out. Okay, this is how it looks. Right now the text is done. Now let's go on to adding images. Okay, so for this part, this much is it. Now let's go back to our HTML, and here what we'll do is now we'll add the images. So we'll write div and we'll add background image class to it, and then we'll add one more class, that is image 1, because this is the image that we're going to add. And now let's just duplicate it a few times, 4 times. Okay, and we'll just change this image class to 2, 3, 4. So this background image class will have all the common properties of all these 4 images, and this will be the separate image that we add. Now let's add an image first using this image class. So here we'll go down and let's add a comment, adding images. Okay, now we'll call the image1 class. Inside this we'll add background image, we'll write URL, and inside this we'll specify the path of media and then image1. Okay, and we'll copy this, we'll just copy this and we'll paste it 3 times actually. So we'll just change image1 to image2 over here and over here, and image3 and image3, image4 and image4 over here. Now if you check the browser, the image will not be visible. That is because we have not given a height or anything to this main div that we have images in. Okay, so to do that, what we'll do is we'll now style this background image class. So we'll just copy this, Now we style the background image class. So we'll just write this background image. Let's give it a height of 50%. Let's see if these images are visible now. Still not. Yeah, now they are visible, but they are not as we want them to be. So now we're going to style them a little bit. Now you can see there's white space present over here, so we are going to remove that white space also. So to remove that white space, we have to go into our body. We'll go here and we'll write margin to be 0. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, now the white space is gone from all sides. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll go again inside this background image, and here what we'll do is now we'll style this. So background, first we'll add background position, and here we'll write center. So all of these images, what the center is, that would be visible. Now you can see the image has changed and now the center is being shown, but still it does not look nice. So what we'll do is we'll use background size and we'll set it to cover. Okay, and the last one that we'll use is background repeat. Sometimes what happened is your image, when it's small, it repeats itself. Okay, so you can see the same image 2 or 3 times side by side. Now you can see as soon as we added those properties, it looks a lot better. Now let's change the color of this text and everything. Okay, now let's go to text here. We'll change this color to white. Again, we'll leave this as itself, and here also we'll add the color property of white. Now let's check out how our text looks. Yeah, now it looks a lot better. You can see we have this black background effect which we added using this background class, and we can even decrease the opacity because it looks a little bit too intense right now. Yeah, if you can check right now, it looks a lot better. So this is how you can create a image scroll over with a text that is fixed at the top. Now if you guys like this video, if you guys found it amazing, if you guys learned anything, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like the videos. Your support means a lot to me. And now one more thing that many people might face is this text won't appear at the top of these images. Now let me just show you one more thing. What I'll do is I'll remove this text from here and I'll paste it after this images that I have added. Now if you see, my text is still present, but for a lot of you it might not be the case. This image might not be visible. It will be that the main reason will be because this image is behind our this text will be behind our images. So what we'll do is we add a property called as z-index and give it a value 2. So the normal z-index for everything is 1. So 2 will be sitting on top of it. So if you guys have a problem that your text is not visible, just add this z-index 2 property. This will make your text to be visible and wherever you want it to be. Okay. So if you guys are having that problem, make sure you use this z-index property. So that's it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.